tell you that this is the occasion of
Yeah, this is Grandpa's birthday.
His 88th birthday celebration.
Wish I'd had it out when he was singing Happy Birthday. Yeah.
Maybe that's why you're still here. That's why I just asked. I thought maybe you just come back from Sheridan and you brought
Look at that cat.
I got that over there till morning. While all the crew was on, I'll bet you that they wouldn't be there. But like I say, they respected that old man, and even if he did have part of his ear gone, that they bit it off.
What was his name?
Fred Zanoni.
Oh, hell, I didn't know him. Over in Cumberland?
Fred Zanoni.
And he lost half his ear in a fight?
Yeah, he bit it off in a brawl over there. In that.
In Cumberland?
Yes, at Sealers there. In Sealers. He's the one that got killed, like I told you. He didn't have to be drunk going from the Sealers over there to the roadway over across the Muddy, but it was in the evening, and then up and down and around all them, and he'd run right off into the Muddy. That poor old man, though, when they'd come out all that good, he'd be with them all the time out there in the lawn, down there with their bed, watching them. So I've got to have a big respect to him, and we could go over there any time if we needed $20 or $50. Mother could ask him, and he'd peel it off.
What, the Zeeler guy?
Huh?
The Zeeler guy?
He'd peel
The Zeeler guy with the bad ear would give you?
No, Zanoni.
Zanoni. Oh.
Fred Zanoni was a big, raw, bold guy.
Did he own a store or something over there?
Oh, he was a bartender for Nick Sealer.
Oh, and Zeeler. All right, I'm with you now. Hey, this
I might make this mistake because I get head up. Because I know them old timers.
Was that guy a miner? The guy that had the bit off ear? Was he a miner?
Well, he was a bartender at this time. He had been a mine.
Oh.
But he was a bartender for Sealers. Many a time. Now, just another story.
Okay.
All right, now you. Well, no, but that's the second time.
I've heard this one before.
The seventh time, first time was, I'll bet you that I'm right.
He didn't have any.
But anyway, Delbert Locke, the trucker, the rest of the guys, religious guys didn't come down in that basement there where all them was, but Delbert Locke was down there because he wanted a job with his truck to haul the hay, and we got the hay.
Where'd he haul it from?
From Idaho, up above, Roberts, Idaho.
Way up north?
Huh?
Way up north?
Yeah. And he done a damn good job.
And that was around 1950?
The first time was 17 and 18.
1917, 1918.
Yes, sir.
Hell, I didn't know they had them big trucks. How many ton of hay did he haul?
It was big enough. It had a swivel on it in a trailer.
Yeah.
That's the way he hauled.
Did he haul more than one load?
Why, absolutely.
So
he was out of hay. You guys don't know what a feeling it is when you're stuck and freezing to starving to death. And you've got no
Well, they do
hay
it-
and nothing to feed them on.
Down in the south, they're having that drought, and they've shipped them hay from all over the country. Ain't they, Joe? On the news down south, they've been shipping hay from all over the southwest to Georgia or somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it's a drought and they ain't got anything to feed them.
Okay. I wish, you know, that's why today, especially looking down across that field down here, see all that good hay on that meadow where it's
Pretty, isn't it?
well, oh boy, you don't know what that does to me. My gosh.
There ain't as much, Joe, Grandpa, there ain't as much hay there as when I used to irrigate it, though. When I used to water it, hell, there's twice that much.
Maybe so. Maybe so. It's good enough anyway.
I had this mean old codger after me all the time, and boy, I made that hay grow.
Well,
Yeah, but I went through all that, and I can't get over my mother. Dad worked to stand up a little bit. My mother didn't have no fears, nothing. Guy, one of your neighbors up here, come down here, was a good horse trader. Come down here and late in the evening, darkness falling. Vic was always thought he could.
Who was Vic?
Young man, thought you could trade. He could beat the guy, the veteran trader. All right, but not mother. She seen him. He tied his horses up out there, and he was going to trade with Vic. And she watched him, tied him up, and she told him, she said, there was two brothers. Bill's still up there, but I forget. What can make no difference anyway? Bill's brother. She said, tie them horses up there, and we'll go out and see in the morning when the sun comes up what they look like.
Before she'd buy him?
Huh?
Is that what she did before she'd buy him? Huh?
Huh?
Before she'd buy him, she wanted.
Why, sure, it was getting dark.
Oh,
And you know that every trade has its trick. You know, by golly, and he was good at it. There maybe wouldn't be a hell of a lot of difference in the horses in trading, but they'd want a sack, 2 potatoes extra, there you are. They
How much would-
always wanted boots now.
how much would it be if you had to pay cash for it, a horse like that?
Well, God, who would have cash?
I know, but like,
We'd have to go over to the Nando, over to Nick Taylor. Down in the basement she would again to
to get any money.
get some money, yeah. But when you're trading, you know,
So you trade horses and then throw in a sack of spud.
yeah, you'd have to, that's what they say, oh, you have to throw in this sack of stuff, maybe up a chicken or 2. And I say this again, I can't get over them gypsies that used to follow along the railroad track. You know, they're the ones that read the, God, you'd come up on you and grab your hand and read the palm of your hand.
Would
Tell
they
you the future.
would they expect to get paid something for it, like
Why,
something?
sure.
That's why they did it, huh?
Might be just a dime, but again, it might be a sack of potatoes or something.
Something to eat.
That's right. Well, in some respects, it was they had to live too. I guess. But I just tell you those things.
Them's good stories.
That's the truth. And that's one reason too with this water, I get quite fed up. And I doubt if it was tabulated right, the history of the water storage in this valley. I doubt if there was anybody that studied it any more than I did. And you know they've got a damn good water storage in this. And you might have to pay for it, all right, but you've got some now. And you can raise a crop of hay like that down there.
Plenty of water with the dam now, huh? Plenty of water with the dam, huh?
That's right. That's right.
Well, weren't you on the committee or something that put that all together? I remember your picture over there.
All my life, because all I ever heard was, oh, you're taking my little semi-stream of water. And anyway, he's married. When he got married, you know that poor old man who go down to the bridge there and get drunk and come home. He'd never go home. Mother put him down in the basement and let him sober up, but she thought the world of him. If there was anything good, he'd bring her to it. I'll tell you, if there was a stiff sheep or a sheep that was lame in the herd that he was herding after he got to be a sheep herder, he'd bring it. That's how he started out with sheep herding.
Who was it? What was his name?
This is now. This is history. Ed Betlock he's a Bohemian. He was a butcher. He was a soldier. He was a butcher for the
fort. For the fort.
Yeah, for the garrison down there. But he couldn't leave that bottle alone. He'd go down there to Billy Castro and get polluted, and probably off of that part of a beef for the whiskey. Give him I don't know now. This is a story I don't know, won't know, but more than likely he was give him some of that meat. See?
Trade him for the liquor.
Why, sure.
Yeah.
See? Okay. Let that go for tonight.
Okay.
That's it.
No, it's fine. Kids had a good time, huh?
Is it hot?
What did you do?
Oh, just spent first.
Here, I don't like to see that distorted too much, because that in that grave up there on that butte there, I think the government should take care of that.
Where the Indians are buried?
Huh?
Where the Indians are at?
Well, where Jim Bridger's squaw is buried.
Up on the butte right out
Right there,
Yeah.
facing our eye
You get
there.
excited about it, Dad.
That's right.
You get excited.
No, 17, when that Bav drug all that dug the hole in the grave there and had all you.
When they found all those jewels and stuff.
Well, now let me finish.
Okay.
You know, Badger Briggs goes down the hole like this and digs and pushes it down with his hind feet. Well, that's what was done up there. And what us little boys will see it, we see all this street running down the
Going down the ground.
Down the side of the hill. It's steep there, see? And it looks just like that.
Don't, Mike, please.
Raspberry. That stream. We could just go down in there and we dug out these beads. A lot of these beads are all scattered out after years.
Didn't they
there,
take
so-
them down to one of the museums, state museums or
Why,
something?
sure. And
In-
they'd,
In Cheyenne?
yes, every tourist that come along that was awful inquisitive was down in that museum, a little museum down at the ridges there. They'd take and whack off a piece of it for a record. I understand though, maybe they did get some and got them back there
In Cheyenne.
in Cheyenne.
Yeah. Yeah.
In there where our little cabin was, you could see it's all dug up around down in there.
Down by the highway now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been all dug up around in there because that was sandy knoll. In there, they claim that was kegs of liquor. There used to be some small kegs, you know, of liquor buried in around there. I don't know. I never found one. And I done quite a little digging around. Of course, they might have dug them deeper in that way. They might have wasted away fast. But
What?